Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we hit the track once again in these open wheel machines. It's the Lotus 79s with the Retro Kart League here tonight from the Milwaukee Mile. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. There you can see track temperature pretty hot up here tonight with a cool breeze rolling across the track. So these drivers absolutely laying down some fire laps in a happy hour. Qualifying already underway. So what do you say we go ahead and give you a little look at who's on top of the speed charts, taking the provisional pole. Looking to pat his back pocket is the 35 of Trey Mitz. Mitz making his debut here this week with the Retro Kart League. And right to the top of the speed charts, Mitz, very quick on the pavement, very quick in some of these short tracks. I know Milwaukee, obviously with the nickname Milwaukee Mile, it is a mile, but still somewhat of a short track in my book. And we'll have to see if that Red Light Racing number 35 of Trey Mitz, sporting the Scuderia Ferrari paint scheme tonight, we'll see if he can't keep it at the top of the speed charts. By the end of qualifying, just about 60 seconds or so remaining here in qualifying. Will anybody dethrone the rookie at the top of the standings? Trey Mitz, quick time tonight, 24:74. And with the final few seconds rolling off of the stopwatch in qualifying, I tell you what, why don't we use this time to jump into your point standings coming into tonight's race. Race number 4 here in season number 1. Michael Taylor showing the way by just about 6 points. Marcellus Bruning in the 61 Blonde Bullet Machine right there in second has yet to visit victory lane. But it's strong, consistent finishes has got Bruning sitting in that second spot. Stefan Rossman, Sean Langton, Johnny Hamby, and Juan Garcia Garland, all right there within striking distance of each other. That's about the way it runs down coming into race number 4 here tonight. So with all that being said, I tell you what, we're going to head to a brief commercial break, then head trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside as drivers roll off of the backstretch, double file, ready to drop the hammer here tonight. Starting order looks a little something like this. Trey Mitz taking the pole position. Christopher Hamling just to his outside. Marcellus Bruning and RFH back in row number 2. Row 3, Michael Taylor and Quentin Nuttall. John Hamby right there on the outside of row number 4. Pace car ready to dunk off, so we'll get ready to go. Green flag racing for the first time here tonight in Milwaukee on the hammer, and away we go. On the gas, Trey Mitz debut here tonight, the rookie looking to lead his first lap of the season, first lap in this series. Very close quarters racing here, 3 wide back in the back. We're going to stay right here at the front for this opening lap. We'll get to some of those battles in just a moment, and through turn 3 and 4. Back across the stripe this time around, put lap number 1 in the bag for Mitz, and he's going to have a lap led early in his career here with the Retro Kart League. We're going to jump around the track just a little bit now. Bring you some more of these battles. You can check out the 37 of Chris Brown right there on the bottom of the racetrack, taking the position away from Michael Taylor. The Marlboro 22 running a bit of a high line here. And you got to ask yourself, is it a little bit of a strategy behind that previous race winner, Michael Taylor? No slouch at all. 2-3 wide right behind him. Stefan Rossman starting to step away from that gaggle of machines that are battling as Michael Taylor straight losing spots right now. He's going to drop another 2 positions all the way back to the 11th spot. 6 places from where he qualified. And it looks like that 22 may have some trouble early here in Milwaukee. Meanwhile, at the front, the battles have not went away, stretching his legs just a little bit as your pole sitter, your race leader, Trey Mitts, out to a 6/10 of a second advantage. Marcellus Bruni and Christopher Hamlin going at it for second and third right now. Riley Fiddler heads back. RFH is still in tow. Fourth place, right where he qualified, just sitting, waiting for somebody to make a mistake. And I can assure you that 28 will pounce on the opportunity. Quentin Nuttall right there to 34, running in the 5th position as we head back down the backstretch and back to turn number 3. It's a little bit early to be thinking about fuel mileage here from Milwaukee, but we're going to have ourselves a little thought of it because we're already 6 laps into tonight's racing with single file racing beginning to take place. Drivers are going to be itching for an opportunity to make a pass. They're going to be itching for an opportunity to gain a little bit of advantage on their fellow competitors. They're going to look for maybe some undercuts here. I would especially think that a track here like Milwaukee, with the track temperature being so hot as well, 111 degrees when we started tonight's race, I would imagine that those tires are going to be pretty significant on the lap times. Last time around, race leader Trey Mitts, pole sitter, sets fast lap of the race, a 24:73. Backing up that qualifying pace in Marcellus Bruni. We said he hasn't been to victory lane yet. You can check him out right there. He's got the Duracell paint scheme on that blonde bullet machine this week. The 61 looking to follow up last week's podium finish with yet another podium drive here from Milwaukee. Or I actually apologize now that we're thinking about it. You know what? We're gonna have to look on it. I believe Bruni fell out of your top 3 positions with that last lap crash at Indy last week. And if you weren't at Indy, you missed it. Absolutely crazy race. Battles all race long. We must have had upwards of 50 or 60 lead changes. It was absolutely a phenomenal race, and we are underway. Green flag racing so far here tonight from the Milwaukee Mile. These drivers do not disappoint each and every Friday night. If you're looking for something to do, you got some time on your hands, you want to spend it having some good fun in some open wheel machines around some great racetracks all season long, look no further than right here with the Retro Kart League. You can find them over there on Facebook. You can also find them on the iRacing League directory. We'll get to the website a little bit later on in tonight's broadcast, but multiple different ways to link up and hook up with these drivers and try to get out there on track as well. Trey Mitts, one of the drivers familiar to this Turn 3 audience. We've seen him in the Red Light Racing series, or Racing League, I should say. And here tonight, making his debut and making a big splash about it. Trey Mitts out to a half a second advantage. And he's already got 1 bonus point in his back pocket. Can he do a clean sweep? Can he lead the most laps here tonight and walk away with the checkered flag? Maximize points. He's going to be the only driver that's going to be able to do so. And the only driver able to go back-to-back. Well, the possibility of... Oh my gosh, and Mitts with big trouble. Ooh, drivers... Ooh, splitting them right there. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to go back here. Let's go on board. I do believe we have the onboard for that latest crash. Let's go back here. Let's take a look. Oh, and yeah, oh my gosh. Big oversteer on the corner exit of turn number 2. You can see him right into that outside wall. That's going to be some heavy, heavy damage. Let's take a look at it one more time. Back down into turn 1, and there you see the tail end of the car gets a little sideways right there. Whew. Oh my gosh, how close was that for the 34 of Quentin Nuttall? Mitts was able to refire the engine and get it headed in the right direction, but that car very, very wounded. Crab walking right front, not even spinning right now. He's going to be on pit road for quite some time. The pit crew, they've got a job on their hands now. We'll jump back up front with your race leader. There you can see him, Marcellus Bruni, going to lead a lap. First caution of the evening coming out here on lap number 13 With a little bit of an oversteer and overcorrection into the outside wall goes the rookie Trey Mitz, just as we were building him up. Looks like the broadcaster curse may have knocked him down. And man, that's going to be a tough one for that 35 here tonight. So it looks like a car chief climbing down off of that pit box. And yes, indeed, they're going to go ahead and put the carriages under the car, and they're going to bring that back to the hauler, trying to salvage what they can tonight before your pole sitter is done. The chances to walk away with maximum points out the window. Rookie here tonight with a little bit of a mishap, and Trey Mitz into the outside wall and out of tonight's race. So our first caution tonight claims one victim. It was your pole sitter, your race leader, dominating the opening 13 laps. Getting caught out by a little bit of wiggle in the tail end of the car. Trey Mitz going to walk away with the final spot in the running order here tonight. We've still got 13 drivers out on track with only 12 left on the lead lap. Austin Dams had a little bit of trouble early here tonight. Had to come back to pit road. So he is behind the 8 ball just a little bit, but a long way to go here still tonight. Over 50, 60 laps remaining here tonight in the Milwaukee Grand Prix at the Milwaukee Mile. So a long time. Could see Dabs overcome this. I mean, we got to look back at Indy last week. The Indianapolis Grand Prix, as we already said, if you missed it, you missed a good one. And coming out of turn 3, I believe it was, if my memory serves me correct, turn 3, big accident with your top 3 in the running order. And Rossman, who we just about rode off on the final lap, sneaks his way by the carnage and chaos, and he walked his way into victory lane in the race win at one of the most historic and prestigious tracks, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, last week. Struggling outside the top 5 this week, though, the 31 going to look for some positions on the restart. Pace car will make the left-hand turn, single file restarts, and we'll get set to fire things off once again. Down and away into the restart box, and away we go. Green flag flies. Well, once again here from Milwaukee, burning up through the gears and beginning to step away already, so the battle's going to be right here. Let's go. Oh my gosh, and we got cars spinning in the back. Bill Smith and Michael Taylor caught up in the back and around backwards into the fence is that 22 of Michael Taylor. Trouble on the restart. Let's go back. Let's check the Blonde Bullet replay. Let's see what happened here. And there you can see already, oh man, big heavy impact. That too looked like a bowling ball. Austin Dabbs caught up. Bill Smitham caught up. We're going to take another look at it here. Let's take a look from the 2's perspective. Let's see what happened here. Coming down the racetrack. It's going to force the 55 down to the bottom. And he's going to wiggle and come way up the track. And that's all she wrote. The 3 cars caught up and involved in this latest on-track incident that puts us under caution for the second time here tonight. Bruning wants to lead some laps, but maybe not under caution. But nonetheless, they still count on that laps led board. Closing in already on 7 laps led. Bruning looking to take over the most laps led. There in just a handful. When we get back, green flag racing, Bruning will be knocking on that door just about 1 or 2 more laps. And he will begin to pad his pocket with the most laps led points. Taylor, Dabbs, Smith all to pit road, and Michael Taylor going straight back behind pit wall. And it does indeed look like Taylor will finish in the 13th position well, right now listed in 12th, but if Dabs can get back out on the track, he will leapfrog him in the point standings a quarter of the way through tonight's race, and we've already got 4 drivers with some big time trouble. Bill Smitham, Michael Taylor, Austin Dabs, all involved in this latest caution to bring out our second of the evening. Trey Mitt's going to head down and out and into the souvenir stall out there. Stop by, get yourself a Trey Mitts t-shirt. Man, that's a tough one. Very, very early here tonight. Very early exit for the rookie. Previous race winner Michael Taylor now listed out of tonight's race. Bill Smith and Austin Dabs down on pit road, thrashing away at their machines. It's a tall task. It's going to be a big asking order for their crew to get them back out on track and turn in some laps, but we'll see how they go through the rest of the night. 10 drivers still out on track, 10 still left on the lead lap. Marcellus Bruning showing the way in the Duracell Mobile 1. Blonde Bullet 61 machine. Christopher Hemlink right behind him. Riley Fiddler heads back in third. Quentin Nuttall back in fourth with Chris Brown rounding out your top 5. The one finger away from the boss man in the flag stand, letting the drivers know we're going green flag racing this time around. Pace car lights are off, and we'll get ready to drop the hammer. Once again here from Milwaukee, Smitham able to rejoin the track, but he's going to be listed 1 lap down. Austin Dabs was already 2 laps down at the point, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and begin to pack things up. Austin Dabs will finish tonight's race back in 13th. Tough night for the number 2 machine. Kind of a little bit of a victim of circumstance. Smitham loose on the bottom, collecting the number 2 into the outside wall. Michael Taylor nowhere to go. He's going to make contact with Dabs, and that's going to spell the end of the night for both of those drivers. So we'll restart tonight's race. 11 drivers on track, 10 left on the lead lap. Pace car ready to go. And we're ready to fire off once again, and all the gas. Green flag flies, burning up through the gears. And Link on his gearbox. Close action, second and third, fourth and fifth. All right there with each other. Whoa, the RCA machine having a little bit of a moment. Perry Vance, you can see him down on the inside of the racetrack. Vance almost has a big time moment. I apologize, that's Johnny Hamby. Perry Vance right there to his outside close quarters off of turn 4. Back at the front though, battle for second position still raging on. RFH and Christopher Hemling going at it. Side by side back into 3. Close squeeze into turn 3. Quentin Nuttall going to close right on in as well. So as these drivers going back and forth, drivers beginning to run them back down. Quentin Nuttall, Christopher Brown begin to make an emergence onto the scene. 4th and 5th for the time being. Everybody chasing after Bruning at the front. Side by side now belongs to Quentin Nuttall and Perry Vance. Vance looking to keep some speed on the top of the racetrack. 37 down there on the bottom, trying to take the position away from the admin box. Number 98. Oh, they almost touch. Did you see that? They almost make contact on the corner exit. The 98 going to check up just a little bit, and now the pass is completed. He'll try to slide up on exit. Crossover coming from that 34. Now back down to the inside. I tell you what, do we got one, guys? Please tell me we got one. Yeah, we got an onboard camera shot. Let's go to the overhead camera shot here. Riding on board with the 34 of Quentin Nuttall. Very close racing action right here. Gonna stick here for just a moment. The Cobra tire, number 37 of Chris Brown, taking the forward spot away. Nuttall now looking to the inside. Gonna make a run. Hear him switching the gears right there last moment. What a great battle right here unfolding right before your eyes. We're going to jump back outside of the car, watching battle side by side, back down the back stretch into turn 3 we go once again. Hot and heavy action for 4th and 5th as Riley Fiddler heads back. Has gotten up and around that 82 of Christopher Hemlink and starting to close in. Hemlink falling off pace just a little bit here. Oh my gosh, did you see that pass? Oh, big moment, and not only to the outside wall, back across the track into the inside wall. You seen it happen right there on screen. Man, that was, you seen the wiggle. You seen the wiggle, and you seen him go way up the track. Tough break here for Quentin Nuttall. As a good run may very well come to an end. I tell you what, let's take one more look at it here. Man, that's some heavy damage there for that 98. You can see the left front of his admin box machine torn up now. Some trouble for multiple drivers here tonight. We'll rejoin the race back at the front. What will the race leaders do? When will they come to pit road? Your top 6 have yet to hit pit lane. And with these cautions, I wonder if they will come to pit lane. And indeed they do. Here goes everybody coming down pit road. Oh, and we've got some gamblers here tonight at Milwaukee. Riley Fiddler heads back. He's going to stay on the track. The only driver yet to make a pit stop. Stefan Rossman, last week's race winner, right here to pick up the pieces. He was last on to pit road back at lap number 20, so a little bit older tires for him. Chuck Knob lining up in the 3rd position. Plus these 11 spots on the night so far here for the 40, so a great job by Knob so far. He was last on to pit road back at lap number 14. So about 15 lap older tires. Everybody going to roll off of pit lane the way they rolled into pit lane. Bruning leads Hamlink, Hamby, Brown, Vance, and Small back onto the racetrack. And now we're going to really see what these tires are about. We've got 3 distinct strategies when it comes to the tires. So we're going to see how big they are as far as the lap times. We're going to see just how big they are about being able to make moves. Point your car and it go right where you want it to go. Bruning going to restart, I believe, back somewhere around the 5th position on track. As Bill Smitham is between your top 3 and Bruning rolling off a pit road, regaining that 4th position, but he's got brand new fresh tires. Look for Bruning to be fast on this restart. Drivers will receive the one to go this time around. We'll get set to go back. Green flag racing once again. RFH showing the way, front of the field. Stefan Rossman right there. Chuck Knob, as well as Marcellus Bruning and Christopher Hemlink rounding out your top 5. Johnny Hamby, Christopher Brown, Perry Vance, and Douglas Small. Your lead lap cars with Bill Smitham 1 lap down, sitting in the 10th position. Started with 14 here tonight, 4 with early troubles, and that will whittle the field down to 10 with only 9 left on the lead lap. RFH looking to step away on this restart. We'll have to wait to see how the 28 gets up through the gears. Let's see if he can get himself to victory lane. Heads back, came into tonight's race sitting 7th in the overall point standings. He's going to look to try to make a jump. And he's going to jump on the gas. Pace car down and away. And we're away. Green flag flies. Big move to the bottom already on the restart. You just see it. right down to the bottom of the racetrack, but not able to pick up the position is Chuck Knob. He's going to be stuck in that third position, not be able to make a run. And here comes Marcellus Bruning. Mark Bruning on a run now in that Dorsal Mobile 1 Blonde Bullet 61 machine. Brand new fresh tires. We're going to have to wait to see how much they pan out for that 61 of Bruning. I would expect them to be fairly big on the timing and scoring on the lap. But it doesn't look like those fresh tires much better at this point in time. We'll wait and see how they go here in just a handful of laps once they get a little bit of heat built into them. Last time around the track, fastest on the track. Your race leader, Ryler Findlay Haynesback, he's going to run a 24:55, fastest one on the track right now. Marcellus Bruning with a 25:11, so still just about a half a second off of pace, even with those fresh tires. Clean hair. Maybe king here. Ooh, a little scrape of the outside wall for Chuck Knob. Knob with a great run so far here tonight. Biggest mover of the race, up 11 positions, all the way from dead last to a podium spot. A great run by that Foster's number 40. And now we're beginning to see those lap times get a little bit closer together. Marcellus Bruning with a 24:73, race leader with a 24:46. So just about 3/10 of a second now from race fans. We'll be right back. And we rejoin you back trackside under our fourth caution of the evening. The number 40 Foster's Machine of Chuck Knob has some trouble into the outside wall, and that will put us under caution for the fourth time here tonight. Race leader Riley Fiddler heads back, heads down pit road to get his tires for the first time here tonight. Stefan Rossman gonna pick up the top spot and bring us back to the restart zone. Next time around, Marcellus Bruni gonna reline up and restart in second. Christopher Hamling back to third. Johnny Hamby in fourth, and Chris Brown rounding out your top five for the latest restart here tonight for the Milwaukee Grand Prix. Right here, the Retro Kart League. Pace car lights are off. We're ready to go. Green flag racing once again here from Milwaukee. What do you say we jump a little bit closer to the speedway as these drivers get ready to fire off once again, just about or just a little bit past the halfway point. So what do you say we go ahead and give you a mid-race report? The driver rundown. 14 drivers took to the track here tonight. We have still got 9 on the racetrack, 8 left on the lead lap. Bill Smitham still being shown 1 lap down. And as the field heads by, entry to turn number 3 will get set to drop the hammer once again. Pace car ducking to that left-hand side, down and away, and here we go. Green flag flies. Once again here from the Milwaukee Mile. Bruni jumping out early on the restart. Looking for some clean air on the front end of that number 61 is Bruni. He's looking to get back to victory lane, or get into victory lane, get back to the race lead, continue to put those laps led in his back pocket. The most laps led award still up for grabs right now. Just leading his first handful of laps is Stefan Rossman. So Rossman still got quite a ways to lead here tonight if he's going to want to take away that bonus point. Big move to the inside of the racetrack. You can see it right there in the background. 37 of Christopher Brown making a move on Perry Vance, and he's going to grab that position away. And now 37 looking to the inside of Hamby. Not able to do anything with the race leader on the restart, and here comes Christopher Brown, man. He's going to get the most, if there was any points or an award for making the most passes here tonight, it goes to that Cobra Tire. Number 37, Brown has been making passes left and right, so as we see a little bit of a struggle for some real estate at the front of the field, not having any issues once so far. Making pass after pass, the 37 of Christopher Brown makes his way closer to a top 3 once again. Bill Smitham getting back up to speed after making a pit stop under our latest caution of the night. He's going to fix up a little bit more damage as the Foster's number 40 crew, they're still desperately hammering away down there on that Lotus machine, trying to get Chuck back out onto the track. As the front of the field starts to separate themselves and build gaps between them, we'll head to the front with your race leader showing the way for the first few laps here tonight. Stefan Rossman looking to go. Back-to-back visits to victory lane. Rossman sits in first. Looking for another good finish here, trying to work his way a little further in the point standings. Bruni came into tonight's race sitting second in points. He sits second on track. Ken the Dorsell of Mobile One, Blonde Bullet Machine, get that one more spot and walk away with his first checkered flag of the year. We'll have to wait just about another 37 or so laps until we find out. But for now, Marcellus Bruni sits in second. Back in third, Christopher Hamling in this number 82 machine. What a run for the ATS sponsor number 82, Lotus 79. Hamling with a good go at it last week, a good run at it this week. And if you can follow up a great race at Indy with a trip to Milwaukee and walk away with a podium. You're doing yourself some justice and doing his crew justice here. Christopher Hamling down just one spot where he qualified, so he does have the race pace to back up the qualifying speed inside of that 82 machine. We'll head back to a battle on the racetrack. What do we say? We go back here with Perry Vance, RFH, and Douglas Small. Heads back. He trying to make his way through traffic, but just kind of stalled out right now. He's going to pick up the position on Vance and move into the 6th spot. And the run through the field has come to a crawl for Christopher Brown. Taking a look now at that 28 machine of Riley Fiddler. Heads back off of turn number 2, back down the back stretch as he tries to reel in Johnny Hamby in the RCA machine just off in front of him. I tell you what, we'll jump around the track just a little bit, jump around to a handful of different camera shots. What do you say? We get a good look back off of the tail end of this machine. Let's go back off of the tail end of Johnny Hamby looking back at Riley Fiddler heads back. We've got one driver around. We caught it out of the corner of our eye. One driver goes around, but we stay green flag racing. I believe that was Christopher Brown. Yes, it was Christopher Brown with some trouble here. He's going to have a self-spin. He's not going to make any contact with anything. He's going to get it headed, pointed back in the right direction before race officials can call a caution here tonight. Let's go back, check the replay. Let's watch what happened here. And down into the corner, everything looks fine at this point. It just starts to drift and come out. Whoa! Oh! And we thought he had a complete spin, but just with a nice long power slide, that's going to flat spot the tires. I can guarantee that, and it looks like we do indeed now have a caution out as Riley Fiddler heads back, has some trouble. Let's go to the replay of the caution flag here. There's heads back already into the outside wall. And just trouble and not being able to get off of the track in time. Our 5th caution of the night gonna fly here from the Milwaukee Mile. That's gonna open up the door for these drivers to get tires to carry them to the end of tonight's race. But as most of them came in around lap 20 or lap 30, just before your halfway point, I believe most of them feel they have enough in the tank and on the tires to make it to the end of tonight's race. It's going to be an interesting call to see if anybody does come down pit lane, and it looks like Johnny Hamby and Chris Brown, they're going to pull their machines down the pit road. And as we would expect, that 37 of Brown getting 4 fresh tires after a big long slide and a trip through the grass. Brown looked to be in danger, but this caution going to catch him back up to the tail end of the field, and he will have some of the freshest tires out there on the track as well. So we'll have to look for that 37 to slice and dice his way back inside the top 5 and possibly back to a podium. And you know, race fans, we seen moments ago on the restart, Bruning sitting in second, really not able to do much with Rossman, who's out front. It looks like Clean Air may be a little bit, maybe a little more beneficial than those fresh tires. I mean, there's a 10-lap difference on the tires, and Bruning's just really not able to do much with it. However, we've seen Christopher Brown with fresh tires making his way through the field. So maybe Bruning just kind of waiting in the weeds, waiting for his opportunity and chance to pounce. We're going to have to wait to see how it all goes down here. Field should receive the one finger wave this time around. And yeah, I would have to agree with you, Mancini out there in the channel on the YouTube side of things. Nicholas Mancini checking in with us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Says, this is sweet. And I tell you what, Nicholas, you got to go back, check out last week's race at Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Grand Prix. If you want some sweet, top-notch open wheel racing action at one of the most historical tracks in the world, Go back and check out what took place last week at Indianapolis. I promise you, you won't be disappointed, and you can thank me later for that one. Absolute great race last week. Another great race here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. We've had 5 cautions so far. That has shortened the field just a little bit. And a handful of drivers now completely down and out of tonight's race. The 28 of Riley Fiddler heads back with a contact with the outside wall, bringing out our 5th caution of the night. It is going to put an end to his night. So we will now be left with just 8 drivers on the track, 7 still on the lead lap. Bill Smitham still fighting to try to get himself back onto the lead lap. But it's going to be hard pressed with no lucky dogs, under 20 to go, and we're ready to restart once again at the front. Pace car going to make that left-hand turn, waiting for him to wave this green flag, and in the restart zone, green flag flies. Once again, here at Milwaukee, listen to those machines absolutely roar. You would never guess the horsepower in these things. You'd never guess. If I told you, you probably wouldn't believe it. So we're going to wait. We're going to see who's tuning in out there, who's checked in out there. We're going to check the chat over the course of the next few days, see if anybody chimes in and can answer this one. How much horsepower are in these Lotus 79 machines? We'll see if any of you out there in TV Land have the right answer. And now Bruning looking to capitalize. He's going to look a lane beneath, but not be able to make a run. We'll work our way off of turn number 4 with 16 to go this time by. Top 2 going at it, 3rd and 4th going at it, all 4 position on the track. Rossman leads Bruningham, Link, and Vance right there running in the 4th position. The 26 of Perry Vance has had, and into the outside wall, overstepping a little bit, and Rossman puts it into the outside wall. The right side has got to, and yeah, you can see big time trouble now for that 31. Big wiggle on corner exit. Gonna have to tiptoe through the tulips right here if you're Bruning, Hamlink, or Vance. If the tail end of that 31 lets loose, you do not want to be around it because it very well may be a pinball. And right to the bottom of the racetrack and down and around and back to the point once again. New race leader as Marcellus Bruning retakes the race lead. Back down to the bottom, recovering well. Ooh, and a big moment down on the bottom once again. Back end getting a little bit loose on Rossman, but he's not giving up. We'll stay side by side for your race lead through turns 1 and 2. Bruning going to go to the high side, trying to keep the momentum up. Not going to pan out just yet. Not going to be able to walk off with the position as Rossman hanging tough down there on the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to secure that top spot back again. As now Bruning going to have to reevaluate, rethink, and rerun. The chance to get... and another big wiggle. Oh my gosh, how did he not destroy the right side of that machine? Did you see the wiggle? At this point in time, I don't care. I'm going to go. And we got contact between 2 drivers on the front stretch. Rossman contact with Vance, and Vance goes for a ride. Perry Vance going to go for a ride after contact with Stefan Rossman running in that 3rd position. Let's go back. Let's take a look here. Off of turn 4 they come, close quarters racing, both looking for the middle of the racetrack. They make contact, and look at this. Oh boy. That could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. We're going to take one more look at it. We do have an onboard camera shot. Let's take a look from the cockpit of this 26 machine. Oh, there's the contact right there, and as the smoke's clear. Oh my goodness. Woo. As the smoke's clearing, you got drivers coming right at you. That's gonna be a big moment inside of the cockpit, I'll tell you that much. So our sixth caution of the evening here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Marcellus Bruning looking at trying to close in on the most laps led here. We're down to under 10 to go. 9 laps remain here in the Milwaukee Grand Prix for the Retro Kart League right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So if you haven't already, race fans, you know what to do, you know where to find those buttons. Show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy all the great open wheel action that they've been providing over the course of the previous 3 weeks, as well as tonight and in the weeks to come. Let them know you enjoy the content. Give them some love and appreciation, and as always, drop that thumbs up. Join us in the push to 3,000 subscribers. Remember to give these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back. The Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe one of the many sponsors across the many different leagues. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. But while you're here, while you're at it, first things first, drop these drivers that thumbs up. '26 of Perry Vance. We seen him go for a spin. He's going to head back onto the track, catch up to the tail end of the field. Freshest tires in the field. Will Vance be able to make any moves with those fresh tires and move his way through the field from 7th? Can he break in to the top 5? Can he manage to somehow pull off a podium? Can Bruning at the front, can he walk away with the checkered flag for the first time this season? He's run well, run up front over the past 2-3 weeks, as a matter of fact. Can Bruning finally piece it all together here tonight, knocking on the door of leading the most laps tonight as well? So Bruning looked to put that extra bonus point in his back pocket. Hamlink right there. Rossman, last week's race winner at Indianapolis. He's going to line up third for what will be the final restart of the race. No green-white checkers here in the Retro Kart League. We're keeping it old school style to run this thing out, even if it ends under caution. So we'll have to wait to see if we can keep this thing clean and green to the end of tonight's race. Bruning going to lead Hamlink and Rossman back to the restart box. Small Hamby, Brown, and 6 Perry Vance rounding out your top 7. Last drivers on the lead lap. Pace car down and away. And here we go. Ready to fire things off once again. Stagger Stair stepped at the front of the field on the gas. Green flag flies. Once again here at Milwaukee. Making move down to the bottom of the racetrack is that RCA number 15 of Johnny Hamby. We caught a glimpse of him taking it to the bottom of the racetrack and taking that position away. So Hamby going to move up to 4th now. Rossman nowhere to go as he's going to lose a little bit of ground to Hamlink running in 2nd. Bruning still out to a 2.5 second advantage. Close battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Close battle for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Here with 5 to go. Bruning, Hamlink going at it at the front of the field, and neither of these two drivers have been to victory lane. Big run out of turn 4 to the bottom of the racetrack. Looks Hamlink. Hamlink gonna take the position away with a good run out of turn 4. Use that toe to get to the bottom of the racetrack in turn 1 and take away the race lead. Bruning with a big run, and oh, he's gonna spin on the outside. That's going to put us under caution. Hamlink Self-spin on the inside, just loses traction. We got to look at this again. Let's go here. On board camera shot one time, and there he is. Down and around already. Contact with the outside wall. Big mess at the end here. And for that 82 of Hemlink, one more look at it. There it is. Down and around, and he's going to almost knock the nose of the car off with that contact. Do we got the turn 3 cam? We got that one. Let's go back here. Let's take a look. See what happened. We can see down the backstretch, the big run by Bruning. He's going to look to the inside. Do they make contact? No contact made. Around on the outside, just losing the grip there in that middle lane. However, caution flag has flown here tonight. We're going to try to get word from race officials whether or not we will kick this thing back off, and it does not look like it. It looks like we will finish tonight's race under caution, 7th caution of the night, but new race winner inside of that 61 Mobile One Duracell machine, the Blonde Bullet Motorsports driver, capturing his first checkered flag of the season. Job well done to my Dutch brother Marcellus Bruning, getting the checkered flag here tonight. Rossman coming close. He's going to finish out with yet another podium. He's going to finish in second here tonight, with Johnny Hamby rounding out your top 3 drivers. That's going to be your podium here tonight. I want to give a big shout out to the rookie debut race here tonight. He took the pole position, but early trouble for Trey Mitz, and he'll have a last place finish tonight from the Milwaukee Mile, but he does walk away with a point for the pole position. Bruning going to walk away with a point for leading the most laps, as well as for the race win. So big time shout out and a way to put a boost in your season. Marcellus Bruning going to walk away with the checkered flag as we're under caution. White flag flies behind the pace car. And off of 4 for the final time under caution. We will cross the line for the second week in a row. Checkered flag going to fly with the caution displayed at the same time. Marcellus Bruning going to walk away with the checkered flag here tonight. Stefan Rossman right there in second. Johnny Hamby taking away third. Christopher Brown back in fourth. Douglas Small, Perry Vance, Christopher Hemlink will round out drivers on the lead lap. Good race. Want to run here tonight for all of these drivers, as everybody quick to try to get back to pit lane. Your race winner will enjoy a nice cool down lap and a post-race celebration on the front stretch. So as Bruning gets set to bring it all around, what do you say we bring the camera a little closer to that 61? He's going to have a little bit of a celebration for the fans in the stands on the front stretch. Celebration smoke show in order here tonight for Bruning at the Milwaukee Mile. Checkered flag for the first time this season. And a job well done, as he's going to drop the gear and spin it around. Get a little donut action going on. Nice little smoke show here in this Lotus 79 machine. Marcellus Bruning walks away with his first checkered flag of the season, and we're going to get set up and ready to go for our post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Backtrack side for your post-race interview. We're going to head straight to victory lane here tonight. Let's see if we can't grab a few words from the man that grabbed his first checkered flag of the season. Marcellus, man, this has got to be sweet after being in a position to win at Indy, coming up with that crazy little accident at the end, but being able to seal the deal here tonight to walk away with a checkered flag. Tell the fans out there how you feeling about this. Now we heard you say that the tires were beginning to really slide around a little bit here. I mean, the track temperature was pretty high here tonight, over 111 degrees out there at the start of tonight's race. So I imagine that went up a few degrees with you drivers putting in those hot laps out there. But did it ever cross your mind? I know you said you pitted a little bit early on lap number 30, close to the halfway point, but under one of those late race cautions, did you think about coming back down pit road or on those restarts where you're trying to save a little bit of the tires for the end? Well, man, I know you're out there, I believe still out around that Reno area, so the casinos may not be very far from you. You gambled tonight, it paid off with a big win. You may need to go gamble a little bit over the weekend. Well, congratulations again on your great race win here tonight. You're also going to walk away with the most laps led, so that's an extra bonus point in your back pocket. Going to improve that second place standings in the points, possibly take over the overall point standings. We'll have to wait and see how all those chips fall. But again, congratulations here tonight, Mark. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop? Yeah, absolute stable, great cars here for you guys to be putting down some fast laps. Amazing races over the first 4 weeks. So, Marcellus, it took a little while for you to get here. I think you're going to get back here multiple times before the end of this season's out. But until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast. All right, there you have it. Final few words from your race winner here tonight in the Milwaukee Grand Prix. Marcellus Bruning going to walk away with the first win of his season. And as you can hear, the producers in the background hitting those buttons, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from the Milwaukee Mile, taking the checkered flag for the first time this season in that Mobil 1 Duracell Blonde Bullet machine. Marcellus Bruning captures the flag. Stefan Rossman going to walk away with second, with Johnny Hamby rounding out your top three. Chris Brown back in fourth. Douglas Small going to finish out in fifth. Perry Vance back in sixth. Christopher Hamlink in seventh. Bill Smitham going to walk away from the track tonight in the eighth position. RFH has a little bit of trouble late, or mid-race, I should say, and he's going to finish back in ninth. Chuck Knobb in 10th. Quentin Nuttall going to have an early exit here tonight. He'll finish in 11th. 12th place belongs to Michael Taylor, and Austin Dabbs finishes in 13th. Rounding out the field, the rookie in his debut, walking away with the pole position. But early trouble here tonight forces an early exit for the 35 of Trey Mitz. That's going to do it for us here in the production booth. We're going to begin to roll up the cords and cut off the lights and get ready to head out here tonight. But as always, if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. With that being said, stay safe. Stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.